to get a mic, so I'm on my way to work. So I'm. Where should I start? I'm so happy to make this video. I'm in actually a really good mood. If you hear my car in the background, I'm sorry, but I did get a mic, so I'm hoping that's a lot better. The chat is off. Welcome to my channel. This is NiaTalk, talking Nia, and we're gonna talk about it. So I hope a black girl hears this today, and we're gonna talk about gaining independence because you're trying to get away from toxic family. And it could be financial and just independence overall, as in housing. It could even be like emotional independence. Just gaining independence as a black woman is something that we have to do. And I'd say all people. I feel like I've always loved to see generational wealth, and I love to see when a mother can take care of her family and is still proud to. I always say, if the mother's in first class, the daughter's in first class, and she's happy about it. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Sorry, y'all. But that's not always the situation at all. It's sad, but it's just not. Like, there are some people who are not doing well in life, and because they're not doing well in life, when it comes to them having a family structure, they feel like when when their daughters or sons or whoever, their person, right, wants more for them and themselves, then they're asking for too much. And that's the situation I was put in. I made a video talking about toxic family, talking about the situation I was in. And I took it down. I keep making it and taking it down because it's honestly really, really hard. It is super, super hard to talk about your toxic family when you're still in it. It is. Like, I feel like I'm trying to protect them and their feelings, but at the same time, I feel like I'm coming from an emotional standpoint, and I don't want to make content from an emotional standpoint. I want to make content from a standpoint of, I want to help you. I don't want to sit here and complain. I don't want to stand here and complain. I don't want to walk there and complain, okay? I want to make a video where it's like, I want you to have advice being said. That's what my videos used to be. My videos weren't like this before, where it was just like, okay, complain. It's like, what are we going to do about it, And I took that video down, and I'm going to start to just show people what I'm doing about that to get out of that situation. It's unfortunate. I went to college and did everything that parents said to do. Then I switched my career. I had to come home because I switched my career, and I had to give up my apartment. This career makes way more money. I'm so happy. I'm so blessed. I'm enjoying this career. Like, it's amazing. And it's like annoying to me because now that I have a good career, my home life is crappy because I've moved back home with a parent, and they're not doing too great. And I just try to vocalize that to them and try to help them out, and they don't want to hear it. And I think that's where I need to work on. If people don't want to be helped, don't help them, one. But then two, I do need to gain independence. I am going to be moving out. I'm saving up and working on that. But at the same time, it happens to all of us where we have to move back home with our parent at some point in our life. Don't feel sorry for yourself. I felt so sorry for myself. I was like, girl, oh my gosh, you just had an apartment and you had to move back with your mama. Ew. Like, I felt so sorry for myself. I really did. And then I realized so many people had to do the same thing. But when they moved back home, they had, flowers and roses, like, a good experience. Now, people do sacrifice things. People do, maybe not speak up in their household. People probably, put up with something that they don't like. That could be it too. But then there are situations where people just have a good relationship with their parents, and it's possible. I want people to know it's possible to have a good relationship with your parent. It is. It's completely possible to have a good relationship with your parents. I don't know why it's a thing for people to think that it's not. It is. You can have a positive, beautiful relationship with your parent. It doesn't always have to be like this. And I feel like, coming from a black household, what has irked me, and I'm 28 now, what has irked me is that in a black household, you were told that you cannot speak up for yourself. You can't speak up. You can't say nothing wrong, because if you speak up, that is seen as wrong and disrespectful in the black household, and that needs to change. I don't care what age you are. I'm going to create a space for my future child, at whatever age they are, to say how they feel. Whether it's something wrong, whether I don't agree with it, I still want them to say how they feel. We need to stop doing this, oh, black people thing where we just don't speak up to our elders. That's ridiculous. My parent feels that it's disrespectful for me to speak up when she's dropped the ball. It's okay. Like, we all fail at things. And I don't think that anyone should be held as perfect. I don't think that, either. I can't stand when people are like, you don't have kids, so you don't know what it's like. No, the fuck, I do know what it's like. Shut up. I can't stand when people say you don't have kids, so you can't speak on something. You could be a ain't shit ass mother, which I'm not saying my mother is. I'm just saying you can be an ain't shit ass mother at any point in your life. And I feel like depression really does get to people. In my situation, I feel like depression has gotten to my parent. We don't talk about depression in the black community. We do not think about it. We do not go seek help. We just seek God. I can't stand people who seek God. Y'all know how I feel about religion. I am not cool with it, especially to see how my family that I was adopted into has just been so disgusting and calls themselves Christians. It's just despicable. I'm disgusted. To call yourself Christian in the things that you've done. They've bullied me. They've harassed me online. They've talked bad about me. They've made up rumors about me, speaking behind my back, and then want me to show up in their face and act like it's all good for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Fuck no, I ain't going to that. So for me, I've cut my family off. And I want to say, I don't want to make this video a complaint video, but I just want to say that I had to make the steps to do that. And my first step, literally that day I made that video, I said, you know what, Nia? Go get a fucking phone. I got a phone, got my own plan, got my own number, no longer a part of with my mother. I don't have that privilege. I don't have that advantage. I don't have generational wealth. So I took myself off. Next thing, get my own car insurance, putting the car in my name. Next thing, apartment. And after that, I have no ties to my parent. And that's good for me. I feel like right now in my life, I know where the positive energy is. I know where the love is. And it's starting with who I am and the people I want to be around. Plain blank period. I know what it feels like to be a black girl and you're just like, oh my God, you're seeing all these like other people, other races, they can have all this stuff and keep the wealth in the family and this and that. And once again, it's not all perfect. Not saying any race is better. I'm just saying as black people, we need to realize where we're falling. And where we're falling is doing this whole, your child can't speak up. You can't speak to the elder this way. And we're going to have all this dysfunction in our family. So what if Uncle Ruckus is a crackhead? Who cares? Like, excuse me, I can't say that like that. But you know what I'm talking about? Like we are okay with dysfunctionality. That's not, I don't even know if that's a word, but we're okay with dysfunction. And I'm tired of it. I don't want my kids around that. That's why, like I said, I don't like Cardi B. I don't care how much money you have. An ain't shit bitch is an ain't shit bitch. Excuse my language. Cardi B is an a-hole. Like, she's disgusting to me. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much money you don't have. Celebrating dysfunctional, broken-ass fucking homes is weird. That's some weird shit. I feel like there are a lot of people who are obsessed with having plastic surgery. And in my opinion, Cardi B is a person that just likes to get pregnant and, have to go under the scissors and the knife. It feels good for her and it's enjoyable. You know how many times she's laying her behind out on a table after she's had a kid? She don't care about them kids. If she cared about them kids, she wouldn't put herself on the table. All she cares about is getting her body done so she can have another nigga run through her guts. That's not what I look up to. It's not cute, boo-boo. I don't care. It's not cute. But guess what? People will respect Cardi B because she has this thing called money. And people just want money so bad. And that's how I feel about my family. I've always been there for them for Christmases, Thanksgiving. I've always been the good person. But now it's time to take that away. Because especially as an adopted person into this family, when times get rough, they will show you that you are not a part of their family. Yes, they will. When times get rough, they will show you you are not a part of their family. And that's what happened to me. Sorry, I'm hitting the mic. That's what happened to me, and it didn't feel great. I don't like it. I do want to, first step, I have my own phone bill. I have my own phone. Next step is insurance. I'll show you guys the process of getting insurance, and putting the car in my own name. Then the third step will be getting my apartment, which I'm very happy about. I might do the apartment first and then the car thing second, which I'm really happy about. And then the fourth thing I want to do is change my last name. I'm going to change my last name. I don't know to what yet, but I do want to change my last name legally. I no longer want to be associated with that family, and I will be changing my last name, which feels good. So even just taking these baby steps, like getting my own phone, getting my own, which I've always had my own phone, but I'm saying getting my own, number, line, having all this stuff, having a bill to myself. Like I already have, credit cards. I already have other bills I've paid off. So I'm doing well in life, but I had to settle with and learn. I did have to learn. I am not fortunate to have generational wealth, and I am not fortunate, not to have, I don't have it. It's more so with my situation with my family is if they're in the gutter, you're in the gutter too. And that's not how life should be. That is not how life should be. You don't just give up because you've given up on yourself knowing that you have a family. That's why I always just say this one comparison, and I'm like, if I'm a mother, hypothetically speaking, right? If I'm in first class, my daughter's in first class. My son's in first class. My kid is in first class. I don't care. If I'm in first class, my offspring is in first class. What the heck? Sorry. Traffic, y'all. New York City. That's how I think. That's how my brain works. I don't understand people who don't think that way. You know what I mean? I don't understand people who don't want to have generational wealth. It's just pathetic to me to see a parent give up. So that's my situation. That is why I go so hard for talking about dysfunctionality, talking about dysfunctional families, because this is too much. It is too much. I don't care how much money you have. It doesn't make you better. I don't care how little money you have. It can make you a crap person or a good person, But I know a lot of the time the world just runs on money, sex, and fear. That's really what it is. That's all the world runs on: money, sex, fear. Those three things is what the world revolves around. Whether it's fear of not having money, fear of not having sex, okay? It is those three. All right? That is what America knows. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to figure this out. That is what America knows good and well. Those three things. And definitely fear, using weapons and all that type of stuff. It's a lot. But yeah, I felt like, sorry, y'all, my live keeps doing this stupid thing. Hold on. Give me a moment, y'all. All right, I think this is better. Is that better? All right, period. Y'all, I have to find a little setup in here. But yeah, it's a lot. When I first made this channel, I had an apartment. I was doing my thing. I was just like I was talking at the mouth. And now I don't feel as confident and feel as comfortable because I'm not in my own space. It is hard to make content, especially when it's controversial. Like my content isn't even controversial. Like it's controversial because it defends women and black women, and people don't like that because they've used black women as a scapegoat for anything that's going on. I hate my life. I'm going to go blame a black woman. I hate you. I'm going to blame a black woman. I don't like the way my face is. I'm gonna go blame a black woman. Like, it is just the weirdest. And we're on this planet. Like, it honestly is. It makes me laugh at this point. I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Why are y'all blaming black women? We did nothing. We did nothing to you. We just solve problems. That's it. We can solve any problem. Like I said, if there was a planet run by black women, child. When I tell you, that planet would be pumping. Like, that planet would be crazy, crazy nice. Like, it would be the nicest planet ever. It would be chill. It would be cool. It would be like heaven. It would be heaven, essentially, if all black women were just on one planet. It would be mother effing heaven, bro. I would love it. But yeah, so we're going to get into more things. I want to move on to a different topic. Let's talk about Welcome to Derry. It is a show that's based off of It. As y'all know, that is my favorite show this year. It has been the best show that's come out. I maybe want to do a review. I might watch it again and do a review about it. But it has been so accurate when it comes to racial issues in America, when it comes to fear, when it comes to like the military, when it comes to just even like where we are in America, how America operates, capitalism, when it comes to the 60s. Excellent, excellent, excellent show. They did such a good job. Like, y'all need to watch it. It's called Welcome to Derry. And it's called It. And I think it's part one. Yeah, part one. And it's really, really good. I don't want to spoil anything, but I do want to do like a little video about it, talking about how I loved it. The only part I didn't like was when that black man was with that YT woman that was married, and I was just like a hot mess. It was disgusting. But basically, I don't know if I want to spoil it, but spoiler alert. Basically, he gets arrested for something that the clown did, and they are trying to find him an alibi, trying to find him, a way to get out because he didn't do anything. It was just his theater that the murders happened. And basically, what happened was he can't have an alibi because he was with that YT woman. So I think it's very interesting that they're using that as like a part of the story, because during that time to be with, a YT woman, and I'm saying YT because sometimes when you say white or black, like they start censoring stuff or taking your stuff down. To be with a woman like that, during that time as a black man, you were going to get unalived real quick. For real, you were going to get unalived real quick, put in jail forever. No joke. And I love that they used that, but at the same time, I'm like, y'all should have just taken him out a long time ago. We didn't need him there. We didn't. Everybody else was cool. I love the black couple in Welcome to Derry. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. The main character, the young black boy, and the pilot. I think he's in the military or something like that, and he has no fear. So, him and It really don't get along because It like works off of fear. So like I said, this country runs on fear, sex, money. So it uses fear, which is so interesting, like using fear, which is a huge part of life. We fear so many things. So I love It. I really do. It used to just be like a scary movie to me, and I was like, oh my God, this is just scary. Now they're putting more meaning to it in history. They even had Native Americans, and I told you that one part where it showed what the Native Americans fear, and it was just white people. I was dying laughing. I was like, this is hilarious. Like, this is funny. It's a joke. Like, it was showing what they feared back then, which is what it was, like moose and white people. It was too funny. Like, whoever put that in there was hilarious. All you had was priests, Puritans, all this stuff. It was hilarious, and that was their fear. So it's trying to show you what different races deal with. A lot of it for the black people was the military and the police and all that stuff. It's very, very interesting. So interesting. And during that time, what else was a black man to do? It's so interesting. I really, really think you should watch it. It's called Welcome to Derry. I know a lot of people, I don't like scary stuff. It honestly, no, it is pretty scary. They did a good job with that dang makeup. That's all I gotta say. If you're a black girl, I want you to hear this. Watch Welcome to Derry, please. It is so good. They did a good job with that makeup. The makeup was excellent, top tier. I think all the actors were top tier. Like I said, the only thing they could have left out was that black man who went and slept with that white woman, knowing that he was going to get arrested. And that messed up his whole storyline. And for his daughter. You got a daughter. Why would you do that? I get that you're lonely, but come on. Figure something out. But anyways, I digress. But they will be having a new season. I'm sure it hasn't been stated that they are exactly, but I'm pretty sure when they said part 1 and put it all together, it was good. The ending was good. The ending made a lot of sense. It's just a good binge. I'd watch the whole thing over. And really deep dive into it. And they had a new character as well who had a power. It was giving voodoo too. I loved it. You know I love all that type of stuff. I need to go to New Orleans. I think my man is going to be in New Orleans. I don't know. Let's digress. Let's go into that actually. Because Witch's Coven is coming out. Oh, let me not scream. Witch's Coven is coming out and I'm so excited about that. I love Witch's Coven. That is my favorite song. I'm going to rewatch that. I think that some of the people I don't really like, it's one of the white girls I don't really like. She gets on my nerves. I just feel like she's been in the series for too long. But I love that one redhead lady who says Balenciaga. She's my favorite. I love Angela Bassett. Oh, I'm excited. I love when horror has historical context. That is my thing. Diary of a Vampire, Interview with the Vampire. You know, I love it when it has historical context in it. It's very, I don't know. It's like my niche. It has to have historical, accurate context to it for it to be something I like. So Welcome to Derry, they've brought that to it. It's no longer just about scaring kids and all this other stuff and a clown. They brought historical American context to it, and that made it so interesting for me. That got me into it, and I was like, yes, I'm here for it. Interview with the Vampire. I think I said Diary with a Vampire. No, that's not the one I want. It's Interview with the Vampire. Sorry, y'all. I'm thinking too much. Interview with the Vampire, one of my favorites in New Orleans, historical context. I love it. I love the relationship that they have. We'll get into that. I might want to get into all the horror stuff that I'm into because I really like it. I wasn't a big horror fan because this stuff does scare me and give me nightmares. But like I said, when you add historical context to it, something about it becomes like a fantasy, but like a fantasy that's like real. I know that sounds weird, but I kind of like it. I don't know. I love stuff like that. Anyways, moving on. So those are shows that I've just been watching, things that I like, things that I've been doing. I want a black girl to hear this. You need to take care of your hair. My hair locks up so quick. No joke. My hair locks up so quick. I have Twistin right now, and what I do is use oil. I was looking for the glycerin, but glycerin is very hard to find. I didn't want to order it. But I use oil on my hair every single day. Sometimes I do a break and I do water oil. Then the next day I'll do a cream. So I'll find maybe some Shea Moisture, anything like that, and I'll put that in my hair. You definitely need to do that. Moisturize your hair. Keep everything moisturized. But switch it up. Don't do the same thing because your hair will get heavy and sticky. That's what happened to me. My hair would get sticky if I use the creams every day. So you can't always use the cream. All right? That's just one thing I want to tell you. The next thing I want to say is your skin. I've been using face masks. I've been using sunscreen. I've been trying to take care of my skin. My skin is so dry, so whenever you put sunscreen on me, my skin breaks out. But I've been using weightless sunscreen. I usually go to spas. I haven't gone this month. I did go in Italy. Hey, ew, I be taking trips. I went shopping in Italy. That was nice. That took care of my soul. What else? I don't use any of those perfumes and stuff anymore from Victoria's Secret. That perfuming lotion. Don't use that anymore. Use cocoa butter. Use shea butter. I wouldn't say I'm holistic, but I am taking a more natural route when it comes to my body and my skin because I'm just over it. It's cutesy when you're like in high school and stuff to use all that stuff. But like at this, I'm 28. I want to keep looking young. Use your cocoa butter. Use your shea butters. Use your oils. We're black girls. Use some oil. And if you're not black, you're welcome to use some oil. Come get some oil from a black girl. Hey, like, what's up? Use some oils. And I want to get on to one show I want to talk about because we're speaking of oils and we're speaking of ashy people. And it reminded me of the Grow Sisters. Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. Excellent, excellent show if you're in your 20s to 30s, I will say, or even past that, because that show is really about us and what we went through and what we go through. And I think that Louder and Prouder is better, as in they're saying that they're making that show better, more inclusive. They're fixing the racist jokes that they used to have in the show. And I respect that. It's like every single episode, they're fixing what they did wrong in the beginning when they started the show. The jokes that weren't funny, everything about Dejanay, her being a black girl and them being like, she's not cute, she's not pretty. She was gorgeous and she is gorgeous. And I love the way they made her a focal point of the show. And she got a cute black boyfriend. Hello? What's up? That's what I wanted them to show. Show the dark-skinned girl with a beautiful man. Why y'all trying to show us with a doopy person or somebody who's not black? And I think that Zoe could be queer. You know, the girl who, the white girl, I think she could be queer, but they're not trying to show that yet. And La Cienega. La Cienega ain't with nobody. I think it's interesting, but also you don't have to be with anybody. They could even show that she's like asexual. I know it's a kid's show though, but you know, if you're gonna show all this gay stuff, you might as well show the nitty gritty. It's really for adults. Like Louder and Prouder is for adults. It's not really for kids. It's not. So you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just one thing and one way that I feel about Louder and Prouder. I think that it's a really, really good show. I think that it is meant for, I would say, I don't know, I could even say late teens, but you know, it's up to a parent's discretion what they want their kids to know. But I do think they should know basic human rights. It doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, whatever, how you should treat people, and that they should be accepted for whoever they are and what their sexuality is. Nobody can tell them that. And that's why I'm not a fan of religion. My mother actually recently, my parent, tried to put me down for me coming out as queer. And, you know, I had an aunt who called me gay, and she was really nasty to me on the internet. She said that, how dare you speak on men? You're gay, you're gay. She said all this nasty stuff to me. Nasty stuff on the internet. And then got the nerve to want to say hello when I saw her in person one day. I was like, if you don't get out my face. I made her get out of my face. I was like, girl, we're not playing that. You're going to get right up out my face. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little stuffy. I'm so sad. I'm a little stuffy right now because of a little cold that I'm getting over. But moving on. I think it's great. I think it's great that they have a little joke with the Grow Sisters that they're supposed to be ashy, and then they made the other girl not ashy no more, and now she back to being a bully, but she got a boyfriend. It is so cute. The whole thing is cute. I love it. Like, the show is really good. If you're a black girl, I hope you hear this. Watch Louder and Prouder. It's really good. They corrected their wrongs. I really feel like they corrected their wrongs, and I love how they showed Dejanay this season as a beautiful black girl that she is. It's very nice. It's mature. I like the show. So moving on back to skincare. I've been doing eye creams, serums, because I don't want bags. Like, this job, y'all know I'm in aviation. You be going here, there, here, there. I do have to put a video together soon of how I pack my bag. It will be on my other page, though. I'm going to turn maybe my travel page into Fly with Nia. I don't know, because I want to keep it separate. But yeah, it's a lot. But I do love the career. I'm very happy and fortunate that I have it. So I'm all right. Just got to sleep a lot. So I'm trying to make sure I want to keep my youth. And keep my youth as in just keep my spirit, keep my energy. I don't want to turn into someone who's mean and nasty because of what they've been through. I've been through so much stuff in the past, since September. I've been through so much aggression and, you know, verbal bullying and harassment from my family. It's not normal. It's not normal. It feels very weird. It's gaslighting. I can't handle that. I kind of get upset that I can't handle that. I feel bad for myself. Like, I feel like I should be handling it, but I shouldn't. It's not right. And I know there's a black girl out there that is just like, dang, why couldn't I be fortunate to have, like, you know, the rich family that could be nice to you, or the poor family that could be nice to you? Hey, we don't get to choose our family. And we do, but we don't. We don't get to choose our permanent family, you know, the ones that, you know, we were raised with. But we do get to choose the family that is not related to us by blood. And then my situation is so complicated because I'm not even related to them by blood. I just share their last name. That's it. So it sucks for me. Yeah, it sucks for me. But it is what it is. You don't get to choose your family, but you do get to make a family. I feel like saying chosen family is just weird because we really don't get to choose. Like, I'm 28 and I didn't get to choose to be around people. Like, I didn't. Like, these people were just there. And it's like, I realize now as an adult that they were not the greatest people. That's what happens. You become an adult and you realize they're not the greatest people, but I digress. I need to take care of my skin. I need to take care of my health. I don't, you know, want to get skin cancer. Like, I love being in the sun, so I have to put sunscreen on. I love having a dark glow. I love having dark skin, so I have to put sunscreen on. My skin is not that dark, but I like to tan because I just love juicy black skin. Like, I just love, like, y'all know, like, I told y'all what type of man that comes across me. I love it dark. Like, my skin is so beautiful. My baby is going to be chocolate. Like, I don't care. I don't care what anyone has to say. My baby is going to be a nice dark chocolate, and I will manifest that. I will. I love me chocolate. I love myself. Like, period. I want more of me walking around. Beautiful black girls, beautiful black boys, beautiful black person, whatever. Yes, that's what I'm going to create. So, I know there's so many people who talk about divesting and this and that. Child, you don't have to divest if you don't want to. I'm just not physically attracted to the other race. I'm just not. Like I said, Puerto Ricans, what's up? We here. I see you. I could date a Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican men always have my heart, though. Like, no lie, Puerto Rican men are, like, so sweet to me. They consider themselves black, even though they be white as day. I be here for it. I'm here for it. I just love them. I don't know why, but, like, they just love taking care of black people, and I'm just here for it. I'm here for it. I see y'all. But maybe that's just a New York thing, because I just love it. It's so cute. Anyways, take care of your mental health as well. That's where I'm going to end it at. Take care of your mental health. It's hard. It's not easy. You know, a lot of people are not the nicest. But don't take in their energy. There's people who want to say, I'm not taking in bad energy. Meanwhile, they are the bad energy. So don't take in their energy. Just let them go. It's not that deep. Let it go. I know it hurts. I know it sucks. But sometimes you really got to let it go. Like, it's not easy being me. And you have to say that to yourself. It's not easy being me. But I don't look like what I went through, and I'm not what I went through. I am who I am. You're not what you went through, okay? And that's something you have to understand. I hope a black girl hears that. You gotta understand that. You're gonna go through a lot. And it's the solution I don't want people to have, which is to take my blackness away so that I don't get harassed, I don't get bullied, I don't get discriminated against. That's not gonna work, because at the end of the day, you're still black. And there's nothing wrong with you being black. People are just telling you that, and that's not true. And that's what my channel's for. So, read a book, go to a spa, and sleep. That's my solution for you. That's what I've been doing. But anyways, I'm getting closer to it because your girl's gotta go. But I just want to say, I hope a black girl hears this. Love yourself today, tomorrow, and the next day. You don't need anyone else to do it for you. Bye, y'all. Have a good day.